start over a year ago with one of my first ever edited videos, then a follow-up right before the game came out. Now it's finally time for me to reveal my Pokemon Legends Arceus team. After so long of waiting and hyping it up, here it is. The video you definitely have been waiting for and didn't think I forgot about. I was initially going to go game by game, starting with Red and Blue and go upwards to reveal all my teams and explain everything about them, because I really like Pokemon. And then I decided to just not do that because, it made more sense to just start with the game that I already made a video on. I will go back to that eventually, but as of now, I'm just going to start here and then work my way backwards, I think. But in terms of Pokemon, how this is going to work is I'm just going to go over my team in the order I have them appear in my box. So it's like usually the order I caught them, with some exceptions. And one thing I love doing with my Pokemon is I obviously give them nicknames like a lot of people do, but I like giving them little personalities as if they were Pokemon in the anime, little characters, So I'm going to explain all of that stuff. Some things are based on jokes, some things are based on stuff I like, it's just whatever I feel. But this is my team for Pokemon Legends Arceus, so I want to hop right into it. But before we go into the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely plan on making more Pokemon content like this, so if you want to see more, let me know. Anyway, on with the video. So, my starter, definitely the strongest member of my team, and I say that with air quotes, Chrono the Typhlosion. Hisuian Typhlosion, to be exact. So the name Chrono, which should have so many places of reference, the name came from Kamen Rider Cronus, from Kamen Rider Xaid. There's going to be a lot of Kamen Rider talk here, so sorry for those who don't care. He's a time-based guy. He pauses time. He's pretty freaking cool. And I thought, this game is the start of the future of Pokemon with 3D, fully 3D. It's a completely new thing. So I thought I wanted something time-based. And it was either that or a JoJo reference. So I took my poison. I picked my poison, took my chances with Kamen Rider Chronos. So Chrono the Typhlosion. Now, as a Pokemon, he's really strong, easily my highest level. But rather Glass Cannon. Fire Ghost, I realize, isn't necessarily the best type. He usually gets rather quickly bodied, but he can deliver a few good hits, and he came in real clutch during the story of the game. But outside of battle, I personally like to think he's a sleepy boy. He's a little sleepy boy. He's just tired all the time, always snapping and stretching around, just like he just wants a nap. It's like a dog or a cat, just wants sleep. He curls up, great for cuddles. He just floats around, bro. Like that's who he is. My man's got no energy, and I love him all the same. He's just a tired boy. We respect that. So there's Chrono the Typhlosion, a little sleepy boy. He's strong, but man, he needs a nap. So the second member of my team that I ended up catching after hours of playing, a male Cypher, I named Quinta. He is a Cleavor. I obviously evolved him, and a lot of this is going to be repeated from my other videos, which you should check out. I named him after one of the Imagined from Kamen Rider Den-O. For some reason, Kamen Rider was very much on my mind while naming these guys for some reason, so there's a lot. But this is based off of Quintaros, the Imagined that possesses Yotaro for Kamen Rider Den-O's Axe form. If I butcher any pronunciation, Cope. He fights similar and is a good pal to Chrono. Yes, I do also make little friendships and see how they act between Pokemon. Listen, I have a very childish and wild imagination. Let me have this. I like Pokemon. I like treating them as real things, even if they are fake. I cry thinking about that. But Quinta, he's hard hitting. Like, he does big damage. Dies a lot quicker. And I like to think he's really bold and brash, if you will. He's kind of laid back, kind of chill. He won't do much. But, like, the second you piss him off, those axe hands going into your spleen, your throat, slit, body, pieces, he will murder you. Kind of got anger management issues. But, like, he's a homie, he's a real one. Like, you can go grab a drink with him. He's cool. you just don't piss him off. Like it's as simple as that. Just respect him. He'll respect you. He's cool. He'll lay back. He'll lie down. Probably take a little nap. Won't care in the world. But like, just don't call him like ugly. You'll die. So remember how I randomly threw a Toxicroak in one of my teams, and I was just like, I'm not gonna bother talking about it. So my ace Pokemon, the only shiny on my team, the only alpha Pokemon on my team, by pride and joy, Sigma, the female Toxicroak. She's amazing. I love Sigma. Toxicroak's not one of my favorite Pokemon, honestly. For one, definitely the ace. Definitely all around best Pokemon I have. The name, I'll just get that out of the way. The name, I wanted something cool for a shiny alpha, which I randomly found by accident while I was just playing the game, and I was so freaking hyped, so I had to use it. I want something cool to match, and I was like, well, what's something cool? And since everything was Kamen Rider related, I was like thinking of cool Kamen Rider names. I think Kamen Rider Amazon says a Kamen Rider called Kamen Rider Sigma. It's like Sigma it is, because that sounds cool. Never watched this show, no context to what the hell Kamen Rider Sigma does, so hopefully he's not a bad guy or something. I don't know. Either way, she's an absolute beast. Every hit, every single punch, kick, whatever, dead, murder, absolute beast. Now, due to my obvious favoritism, Sigma's kind of a narcissist and has a rather big ego. Still sweet and, cares for the team, but like, cocky son of a bitch, that one, like, yeah, that's on me for just worshipping her like a god. But this is a game where we fight God anyway. Sigma bodied it, so yeah, no, valid. She does end up looking up to Chrono, in my opinion. I feel like, she spends time with a few of the other members we haven't mentioned yet, but definitely looks up to Chrono as he's technically the one in charge still, but we all know who the real alpha and the just best Pokemon is. I'm sorry, I love my fire starters. I really do. This is like the only team where it's not the ace Pokemon, but it's so cool. Sorry, just a shiny alpha Toxicroak. Just, so beautiful. So here's easily the weirdest member of my team. So we have a female Basculegion named Darkness, which is, that's the bluish, like whitish whatever color for Basculegion. Obviously that's a pick the blue form, I'm obligated to. A good Pokemon, does pretty good damage, like really good coverage for the rest of my team because all the other ones we do similar things. Darkness does a good number on them. And if you don't know, to evolve a Basculegion, you need to do like 200 something recoil damage with its signature move does a lot of recoil. So, obviously my mind was like, okay, to evolve it, and the fact that its signature move is all recoil, definitely a masochist. I was like, well, what better masochist character than our favorite punching bag from Konosuba, Darkness? Well, besides that, besides the fish that got some weird fetishes, I'm not going to shame, just weird. Besides that, she's a bit aggressive, just a tad bit aggressive, but I say a tad with quotes because it's a fair bit. She can be sweet, usually hides it. But can be sweet. It just chooses to be aggressive. And high key does not hide the fact that she is a masochist. Before I continue, I just want you to know this is the first one based on like the characters based on like a joke. I myself am not a masochist. I want to make that very clear. I'm going to try to keep myself very calm for this. So it's very, I'm serious. Not a masochist. Just a funny haha. This is going to be taken out of context so many places, but it's fine. I'm not a masochist, I swear. My favorite trooper in the shape of a Pokeball, Volley, the Hisuian Electrode. And if you don't know, Electrodes have no gender. So this Pokemon is a they, them. I only call that out just because I honestly thought Electrodes had gender before this game, but guess not. So Volley, kind of situationally good Pokemon. I have to have Self-Destruct, and my favorite Pokemon move, just based off of name, Chloroblast. You can't make a better Pokemon move than Chloroblast. That's such a good name. But only has electric, grass, and self-destruct move, so not really the best member. Decent, like really good for coverage because it's a grass electric. But besides that, I don't really use Volley. With that out of the way, Volley is rather quiet. They only really participate in small chats and one-on-one conversations. They don't feel like they deserve to be on the team, especially with Sigma, but Sigma's actually good friends with Volley and the next Pokemon on the list. Both, they're good trio of friends, give confidence to Volley. It's a nice wholesome trio, those three. But yeah, not much more to say. I just like my little ball. So the final main member of my team, the coverage beast, because I needed some more coverage, Sasuke, the Hisuian Braviary. Can you guess the name origin? I'll give you a hint. It's not One Piece. It's definitely not One Piece. I don't even think they have a character name. Whatever. So this Pokemon is mostly used just to balance out the team with, a fair, diverse set of moves for types or Pokemon I've been struggling with up till then. A really strong member of the team as well, like really good. Now Sasuke is obviously part of that trio I mentioned previously, but on his own, this bird is very loyal. He's very trustworthy. Quiet listener type who rather protective over what he cares about. So obviously the team, me the trainer, maybe other braviaries, I don't know. Besides that, he has a tendency to be a bit childish at times and is definitely the youngest of the group, losing some credibility between, all the team members. But, when he's not acting like a child, he's very serious. So, yeah, that's Sasuke, my friend. So now this is where the video should end because, that's my team of 6. But I actually have a few additional members that I caught. So I'm just going to briefly go over them. So this was technically the third member of my team that I used. Roy the Torterra. I found it funny giving him a basic name because it was, it was funny. It also matched my friend Inknova, his Torterra that he had called George from BDSP. That's a whole separate thing, but I like the duality. He's decent enough in battle. He was the only Torterra's the only Gen 4 like starter that I haven't used on a team before, so I decided I'd give him a shot here. Be rather decent. All in all, this Pokemon, he's rather grumpy, rather protective, like an old parent or grandparent. He's like, yeah, why I gotta get up my lawn, that kind of guy. He really respects the other two Pokemon that are stuck in the box, but he's respectable enough. Kind of an ass, but we love him all the same. Next up is the playful, energetic Red, the Hisuian Arcanine, named after the Gen 1 trainer himself. I personally really love Arcanine. I used one on my Fire Red team, I believe. So I decided I would catch it. I knew he wasn't going to be mainstay on the team. He's not really that strong because I haven't used him that much. But I just like Hisuian Growlithe. He's adorable. So I decided I wanted an Arcanine. There's not really much more. He's a big, giant, cuddly dog. He's like Clifford, my friend. He's a little silly dog. He likes cuddles. He's just happy to be alive. Enjoys the sun. He's just having the best life. And the ranch with all the other Pokemon. He's just happy. And I respect him a lot for it. That's Red the Arcanine. The final member of my team, Glacial the Avalugg. It's a Hisuian Avalugg, actually. And he's the only member I caught in the post-game. I caught him initially because I didn't have really any good ice types or ice type moves. So I thought I'd use him. He has really good coverage. He was just fun in the post-game. For some reason, I felt really attached to Hisuian Avalugg when I saw it. So I decided to just get in the post-game after I beat it. But he helped me complete the dex. And, he's a rather tough Pokemon. He's, doesn't take shit from anyone, He's rather slow, so a lot of people take him as a joke, but he'll dish it back. He'll hit you hard with a nice rock move, or a ground move, or whatever type he is. I don't necessarily remember off the top of my head. It's a shame, but I love him. Great Pokemon. Probably my favorite of the 3 boxes of guys, so don't tell the others. Well, that's the whole team. All 9 of them. I genuinely really like this team. It's not my like all-time favorite team that I had. Honestly, that it's hard to beat some of the other teams that I won't really discuss here, but I do really like all these guys. I think they're all fun, thinking about if they were like in the anime, like their personalities. That's why I give it to them anyway. Um, I don't know. I just like the idea of all the tougher ones, like tougher looking ones, being more relaxed or cuddly, and then the less aggressive looking ones are the actually aggressive ones by nature. Also, there's just a masochist fish. We love masochist fish here. We stand masochist fish. Still not masochist though. Yeah, that's my team. This whole video was like half scripted. Everything before this ending segment is not. So that's why it probably sounds a lot more thrown out there. But yeah, I'm genuinely proud of this team. Again, extremely proud of Sigma. Amazing Pokemon. But, you know, tell me your teams in the comments down below and tell me if there's any overlapping members, if there's any Pokemon you'd like to hear more about, because I will gladly go more in depth about these guys. And I also recommend, just for more of a thought experiment at the very least, give your Pokemon personality. See how you think they would act, and you might have some fun. And I have fun with it, so maybe you will too. Anyway, that's all for today. If you want to see more teams again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Just make sure you tell me down below, along with your teams, what game you want to see me talk about next in terms of teams, because I got all of them. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Have a lovely day, everyone, and I will see you all next time.